Hi there, Andy Green with Green Group Real Estate. Today we are going to be talking about buying new construction. Now everybody loves the smell of new. New car, new home. You have never had anybody live there before. There are no toenails in the carpet. Oh, I just said that, didn't I? Yes, I did. But it's true. The walls are beautiful, they're pristine, the carpet, just the overall feel of new construction is awesome and everybody loves it. Let's talk about that for a minute. I want to talk about the pros and the cons of new construction and give you some practical tips on what you can look out for and expect when buying a new home. Before we do that, I'd like to say one thing. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel down below and give us a thumbs up. That way we're able to come into your inbox and you know each week as we post new videos. Part of my background is that I was in new home construction and sales for about 6.5 years. So the first 6 years of my real estate career, I sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes. In fact, the combined experience with all of the team members on our team, this isn't something that we track daily, but I would say that we've sold well over 500 new homes combined between us, and it's probably well over 500. So that experience is a huge benefit to you as you navigate the process of buying a new home. So there are a couple things that you want to look out for. The first and foremost is know that when you walk into a new construction office, that the agent that's on site typically represents the builder as an employee. So they have an employee-employer relationship. That means they get a paycheck from that builder. Typically, in situations that arise, are going to make sure that they have the builder's best interest in mind. That does not mean that they're not going to care about you as a client or as a customer, or do the best job possible for you, but they are going to have limitations, and I can promise you from experience that this is a fact. As you go into that situation, sometimes they're not going to be an employee, they will be an independent contractor, and they can represent the buyer and their best interest, but it's few and far between, especially in the Portland market. Most of the builders have on-site agents, they are employees of the company, so beware. On the flip side of that is having a broker that represents the buyer and your specific best interests is in your best interest. I mean, it only makes sense, right? The builder hires somebody to represent them, and the buyer, you have the right to hire somebody to represent you. And the best part is it's free. Let me say that again. It's free. God, I love free. Free is awesome. So you have free representation. When you go into that office, make sure that you take your agent's business card and you hand it to that agent. They'll ask you to fill out a registration form. You fill out the registration form, you do what you have to do, and make sure that you put your agent's name on the registration. Sometimes builders will not allow representation after the registration has been signed, so you have to be careful. It's kind of tricky, and maybe they kind of trick you a little bit, and just fill out this registration. It doesn't really mean anything. It does mean something. So even if you know an agent or you've worked with an agent in the past, you have somebody that you trust, put their name down on the registration form. You will not regret it. Okay, so number 2 is on-site lender. A lot of the builders have relationships, and they actually formed a partnership with, let's say, like a Wells Fargo or a bank or something like that. They formed a relationship where that lender is specifically working with that builder, and they offer incentives for the buyer to purchase. A lot of the times, those incentives actually do benefit the buyer. There is great benefit to working with an on-site lender, and sometimes you just have to be careful who you're working with, and make sure that you have full confidence that what they say they're giving you is actually what you're going to get. I really don't have anything else left to say about on-site lenders. They can do a good job. I've worked with the same lender for the past 8 years. I know they're going to do a good job for our clients and give them the best deal possible and really shop the market. When you're working with a builder's on-site lender, your options are typically more limited, but they can be a really good deal, really enticing, and hard to pass up. So, everybody wants a good deal. So you're working with an agent for free and you're getting a good deal on the financing. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's talk about inspections for a second. New construction, you think, oh, I'm getting a new home. Do I need to have an inspection? We get that question all the time. And here's my answer. If getting a full home inspection is going to help you sleep better at night, then I recommend getting it. Is it absolutely necessary when buying new construction? Not really, because you're going to have a warranty period, and the warranty period, from my experience, is typically between 1 year to 2 years. So before that warranty period expires, I definitely recommend having an inspection done. And that way, when you put together a punch list before the expiration of that time period, then the builder will go in and they'll take care of any of those items that need to be taken care of on the inspection report. That doesn't guarantee that they're going to take care of everything on the inspection report. And usually with builders, if you do it beforehand, they will take care of most of them, but that's not a guarantee. If it makes you sleep better at night, then get a whole home inspection prior to closing on the home, and just know that you'll also have the option of doing it down the road before the inspection period, or before that period expires. As far as a radon test or a sewer scope, those are a couple of other inspections that you'll want to consider. Just do your due diligence on the radon test. If you're in an area that will test high for radon, then absolutely, you want to have a radon test done. Radon is nasty business and can have some long-lasting side effects. So you want to make sure the radon levels are low. It's a fairly inexpensive test to be done, so that will be an option. And then a sewer scope is making sure that the sewer lines are not broken. During construction, I've seen heavy equipment actually break sewer lines, and it causes nasty problems. I would typically recommend having this done. Even though it's new construction, the vast majority of the time you're not going to have a problem, but I have seen problems where you have sewage underneath the house, like massive sewage issues, and there's nothing grosser than sewage issues underneath your brand new house. It sucks. Last but not least, having a true professional real estate agent represent you in new construction, one of the main benefits is they know the questions to ask. Our team has worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new homes and different agents on these transactions. We know the vast majority of the builders in the marketplace. We know what incentives they're offering. We know what incentives they offered last spring, last summer. We know kind of the normal cycles. So we know the right questions to ask to get you the best deal possible on your new construction home. So let's wrap this up. There are so many benefits to buying new construction over a resale home, and hopefully these tips will help you kind of navigate the waters and get the wheels turning in your brain on the best course of action to help you accomplish your goal and to do it as smoothly and with the most amount of benefit to you. So I hope that this helped. If we can be of any assistance, if you have considered buying new construction and just want to ask us some questions about the process and dive in just a little bit deeper, because this was kind of surface level, you want to dive deeper, then all of our contact is going to be in this email. Hope this helped, and I hope that you go out and you have a fabulous week ahead and weekend. Cheers, friends.